Welcome again to another lesson in general mathematics. This time we will learn how to subtract functions. Before we proceed to our lesson, let's have a recap about subtraction. Recall that a subtraction has three different parts. In our given, we have here 5 minus 2 is equal to 3. Number 5 is what we call as the minuend, or the number which we subtract another number from. We also have the subtrahend, or the number which we subtract from the minuend. So again, our minuend, ito yung numero na binabawasan, at yung subtrahend, ito yung numero na binabawas sa ating minuend. And of course, the result is what we call the difference. So let's start. In subtracting functions, please remember that their difference is defined as f minus g of x is equal to the value of your f of x minus the value of your g of x. For instance, we have here example number 1. The given f of x is equal to x squared plus 2x minus 15. And the g of x is equal to 2x squared plus 4. For example, you are asked to find f minus g of x. So to solve for the difference of the two functions, we simply follow the steps. So we have here the formula f minus g of x is equal to, so take note that our f of x is 3x squared plus 2x minus 15. We subtract it by 2x squared plus 4, which is the value of your g of x. So in subtracting functions, we simply subtract the minuend to the opposite of your subtrahend, or change the signs of your subtrahend to its opposite sign and proceed to addition. So to do that, we simply copy the minuend, and you have to identify your subtrahend, which is the g of x, and change the signs of each term. So our original subtrahend is 2x squared, and it will become negative 2x squared. Since positive, the opposite sign of positive is negative. If we have positive 4 here, it will now become negative 4. So we have now a new equation or expression, which is negative 2x squared minus 4. And subtraction will become addition. This time, we have to follow the rules in addition. So take note, subtracting functions is like adding functions. The next step is we have to identify or combine like terms. Here, we have like terms such as 3x squared and negative 2x squared. So we have to combine them or simply write them together. So we have 3x squared minus 2x squared. Next, we have to find another like terms, or the term which is next to the leading term, and that is positive 2x. Is there a like term with 2x? There's none, we simply copy plus 2x. Next, we have to identify other like terms. So we have negative 15 and negative 4. So we put them together. We have negative 15 minus 4. So after identifying like terms, we have to simplify. Three x squared minus 2x squared is simply x squared. And we copy plus 2x since it doesn't have a like term. Next, we simplify negative 15 minus 4, and that is equal to negative 19. Take note that we don't need to write plus here. We simply directly write down the answer when we simplify negative 15 and negative 4, or negative 15 minus 4. So if there are no other like terms, therefore, we conclude that we have arrived at the final answer, which is x squared plus 2x minus 19. Take note that in writing polynomial, it should be in descending order, where the first term should be the term with the highest exponent. Here, the leading term has the exponent of 2, followed by 2x, which has an exponent of 1, followed by 19, which has an exponent of 0. So it is written in descending order. We have here example number 2 with the given f of x is equal to 3x squared minus 4x plus 5. The g of x is equal to 2x cubed plus 6x minus 2. So we have to find f minus g of x. So simply follow the steps. We have to identify our f of x, which is 3x squared minus 4x plus 5, and our g of x, which is 2x cubed plus 6x minus 2. Take note that our minuend is the f of x and the subtrahend is the g of x. So the rules, recall that the rules in subtraction or in subtracting functions, we simply subtract the subtrahend or the opposite sign of the subtrahend from the minuend. So we simply copy the minuend, which is 3x squared minus 4x plus 5. And we have to change the signs of each term in our subtrahend. Therefore, we have a new subtrahend or a new expression, polynomial expression here, which is negative 2x cubed minus 6x plus 2. So remember that you just have to change the signs of each term in your subtrahend. And subtraction will become addition. This time, we will proceed to the rules in addition. The next step, we have to identify like terms. So we will start with the term with the highest exponent, and that is negative 2x cubed. Is there any other term with the same exponent and variable of x cubed? If there's none, we simply copy it. So take note, in writing polynomial expressions, we have to start with the term with the highest exponent. So here, since 3 is the highest exponent, we will start with negative 2x cubed. Since it does not have a like term, so we simply copy or bring down negative 2x cubed. Next to cube, x cubed is x squared, 3x squared. Is there any other term with the same variable and exponent of x squared? If there's none, simply copy or put down 3x squared. Next to squared is 1, exponent of 1. So here we have negative 4x and negative 6x. So simply put them or write them together. We have negative 4x minus 6x. Next, we have the constants, positive 5 and positive 2. So we simply write them together. So after writing them down all terms and putting them together with the like terms, we simplify them all. So we have now simply copy the terms with the terms here, which are negative 2x cubed. Since there is nothing to be simplified with them, plus 3x squared. Here, we simply simplify minus 4x or negative 4x minus 6x, which is equal to negative 10x. And 5 plus 2 is equal to positive 7. If there are no other like terms, we simply conclude that this is the final answer. If we would try to make our leading coefficient as positive, simply multiply the whole term or the whole expression by negative 1 in order for us to have a positive coefficient. But it is okay if we have a negative leading coefficient here. So we are done with example number 3. The given are f of x is equal to 4x squared minus 4x minus 6, and g of x is equal to x squared minus 3x minus 2. So we have to subtract the two functions f minus g of x. To do that, we have to follow these rules. So we have to simply identify our f of x, which is 4x squared minus 4x minus 6, and the g of x, which is x squared minus 3x minus 2. Again, the subtrahend is g of x, and the minuend is f of x. So recall that in subtracting functions, we have to change the signs of each term in our subtrahend and subtract it from the minuend. And we also have to change subtraction into addition and proceed to the rules of addition. So to do that, we have simply copy the minuend and change the signs of your subtrahend to its opposite signs. And of course, subtraction will become addition and proceed to the rules of addition. So next step is we're going to identify the like terms. We have 4x squared and negative x squared. So we have to write them together. We have 4x squared minus x squared. Next to x squared is the second highest exponent, which is 1. And these are negative 4x and positive 3x. So we have to write them together. We have negative 4x plus 3x. Next is we have the constants. So we have negative 6 and positive 2. We write them together and combine them. For us to combine them, negative 6 plus 2. After that, we have to simplify each terms. 4x squared minus x squared is simply equal to 3x squared. Minus negative 4x plus 3x is equal to negative x. And of course, negative 6 plus 2 is equal to negative 4. If there are no other like terms, we can conclude that we have arrived at the final answer. So thank you for watching and listening. I hope you have learned a lot or you have learned how to subtract functions.